What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the real Taking a Risk. As you can see right here, craziness. They ruined my favorite holiday, believe it or not. It's all happened on Groundhog's Day, which is my favorite. You had to go resubscribe. That's great. I'm glad a lot of people did unsubscribe, which is fine. I understand the panic that was behind it. You guys should have seen my panic. I don't think I've panicked that hard in such a long time, and it just got really quiet in here because I was listening to George and Jeremy. They literally just got done on my side. Of course, they've probably been done for a while, but absolute craziness. Wow, that number just bounced. I saw 700, then I saw 400. Wow. Well, if you did join, thank you so much. This is the real channel. If you've never been here before, welcome. I'm glad to have. People lost their wrench. I just saw somebody lost their wrench. I haven't. I've made minor changes since getting my channel back. I've honestly just been taking care of everything that I have been at home. It was honestly like a mini vacation, a mini panicked vacation, but things were moving at a well enough pace that I was not super frazzled by it. At first I had my panic moment, and I had nowhere to go because the way they did it was very, very, very clever. Okay, I see. King George Terry lost her wrench. Uh-oh. People losing wrenches. You know, I'll deal with it in a little bit. I'm sorry. If you lost your wrench, I'm sorry. I'll deal with it in a little bit. I got to log back into my phone. Thanks, Jeremy saying, welcome back, brother. Thank you very much. It is so nice. And I got to give a big shout out to YouTube for how fast they honestly, their help team, just how fast they were able to help me get my stuff back. Because not only did they help me get my YouTube back, which was honestly the most important thing, they helped me get my email back. That's what they actually hacked. There is the person that I suspect the most. I warned you I was going to mess with you. Ooh, Marilyn Raby, sucks dried gravy. Thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate it, because the funniest thing was the video that I had planned for that night was titled. It's gonna come out tomorrow. I've been holding on to it. I'm gonna start fresh, going strong back at it. To everybody that's here, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just telling the story about how I got hacked. I haven't really gotten into it. I've just been talking. The video that I had planned for that Wednesday, which was February 2nd, which was Groundhog's Day, which is my favorite holiday that they ruined. It'll be forever ingrained into my mind that is now associated with such a terrible event. And the title of the video is Did Marilyn Do It? I had no plan over that. All I'm doing is talking about what Marilyn Raby has been doing on my channel. And lo and behold, that day I get hacked. My account gets stolen. YouTube did their best. It was honestly... So let's get into it. I'm just going to go ahead and start telling the story. So where I was at the time, do you remember where you were when your channel got hacked? Yes, I do. I was at the mall. Haven't been to the mall in very many months, at least for shopping wise. We went to the mall last month, December, or at least 2 months ago, December, for Jackson's birthday. We had his birthday party there. They have a nice little arcade center. This was a different mall. So I went to go buy jeans because I'm getting a little chunky because it's winter time, so I'm putting on a little bit of weight around the midsection. I saw another Rosie. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. There it is. So bought these jeans. The person who helped me was absolutely amazing. Oh no, Rosie lost her wrench too. Thank you for the $10. I'll get back to that. Yeah, a lot of things changed. A lot of things happened. So sorry I had to deal with this. Thank you very much, BC Eagle. I'm going to show yours just for a second, just so I can remove that one. So I hope everybody can hear me fine, but went to the mall to go get a new pair of jeans. I actually bought some online, so it was delivered to the house, and I didn't like them. I didn't like the way they fit. They were too loose. I thought I was a little bigger than I was. So I ended up going back to the mall to return them, to exchange them. And the customer service that I received at the store that I went to was phenomenal. I had to leave them a review. Being somebody who relies on internet reviews, it's just something, it's like paying it forward almost in my mind. So went onto the website that they gave me at the bottom of the receipt and started filling out the little review thing, and it was going a little slow. So I noticed that I wasn't on the Wi-Fi, and I've been to this mall many, many, many times, and I've always hooked up to their free Wi-Fi, and I've never had an issue. Well, I looked on my, I scrolled my thing down, and I saw that my Wi-Fi was turned off, so I turned it on, not thinking about it. And to use public Wi-Fi like that, in some places you have to sign in, which is what I did. And they ask you for an email address. So I put in my email address, which I've done before at this mall. This is not anything new. This is not something that I haven't done before. I would never, if it was a location that I don't go to regularly, I probably wouldn't even bothered with it, which thinking back on it, I honestly didn't even need it. I was almost done with their little survey. And besides for that, I wasn't even on my phone. So filled in my email like I normally do. About 5 minutes later, Google hits me with there may be some type of weird activity going on with your email. They want me to verify it. So I look at it. It says it's my phone. So it says my Samsung phone just logged into the mall's Wi-Fi. That's me, right? So I hit yes, it was me. They sent me a second request. They said, let's verify it, because I have the two-step verification on. Thank you very much, Francis, for the $5. Welcome back. I appreciate it. So they sent me the second step verification, and I filled it out. Now, I normally have it just sent text to me. I had them email it and call me because I was not sure. I literally took an extra step that I never take to make sure it was me. They called me, told me the code number over the phone. It was some robot lady. I thought it was so weird. It sounded like a hack to me. But at the time, I wasn't thinking that way. So I used the phone that the call that they were giving me to put the code in. And about 5 minutes after that, maybe 7 minutes after that, my phone reset. And I wasn't thinking about it. I was literally holding my phone and holding my baby daughter in one hand, because now the honey was looking for she was looking for jeans in another store. And the baby slapped my phone out of my hand, which that happens. I pick it up and I'm like, oh, my phone reset. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe she did something. Maybe she hit something, the way it fell. Maybe something was weird. So I pick up my phone, turn it, it's resetting. So it's taking its time. And I'm just walking around the store holding the baby, trying to keep her occupied. And my phone finally turns back on. And I'm like, oh, something's wrong. It didn't just turn on. It went back to the very beginning, like the welcome screen, like where you have to, like the phone was basically brand new. They factory reset my phone remotely. Never have I ever experienced anything like this. So I was like, oh, maybe she just screwed something up. But then I started thinking, I was like, no, I just did all that stuff with my email. Something's very wonky. So the first thing I do is I go to log into my Google to set it up, because all of my information from all of my phones that I've had previous past have been hooked to that one Google account. I've had that Google account since whenever the first time I ever made an email address. That is literally, well, it's technically my second email address. So Yahoo is my first one. This is Gmail. It's my second one. So I've had this email address for at least 15, 20 years. Same one. And I go to log into it so that my phone can back up to the way it used to be. And it told me my password was incorrect. And that's when it hit me. I was like, they got me. All of this stuff about scamming on my channel with all that WhatsApp garbage. I never texted any of those numbers. I would instantly, and when I was going through my comments and stuff, I would just delete them, report them, remove the comment, remove them from my channel, and they kept coming back. So what they did was they instantly went in, changed my password. Not only that, they changed the recovery phone number and the recovery email. So there was no possible way for me to let Google know that I need to recover my email. It's been stolen. The only way to go about it was to go through programming. So now I have a phone that I cannot use. So I had to use the Honey's phone, and I'm one of those people. I put my password in for all my stuff. My password is my fingerprint. So I don't ever have to keep track of it. I put my password in once, then the app will usually ask you, do you want to use your either facial recognition or your other type of biometric identification to log in? And I always just say yes. So anytime I want to log into anything, I just have to hit my thumb on it. Whenever it asks me for a password, I just put my thumb on it, which is pretty cool. I think that's really nice, because obviously my thumb is very unique. The only thing that's not unique is the stupidity of me not realizing that this website or the thing that I was asking for my email and stuff was not legit. But there was no way of me knowing. It literally looked like a Google security. So that just goes to show you that they have programming out there that can take your information without you even realizing it. And I was just thinking about the irony of how I've been having all these bots and stuff on my channel trying to hack people, or even if they might just be scammers. I don't know what they are. They're scammers. So, hey, what you doing, Willis? What's going on, buddy? So it's funny how things were moving. And I'm like, I hope nobody falls for this. There's obviously scammers on my channel trying to take people for whatever. And then I'm the one that gets scammed and hacked. And oh man, it was about a 30-minute car ride to the house, and I didn't have anything. The only contact number I remember, which is bad, is the Honey's. She's the only phone number I have memorized. So I didn't have my sister's number. I didn't have Jeremy's number, because those were the first two I thought of that could maybe possibly help me. Maybe they could have some information. Nothing. I don't even memorize my mom's number, which I should. I've called her several times. Hey, Francis, thank you so much. So we get home finally after 30 minutes. I'm on the phone with my bank, making sure that all my accounts are secured. I had to lock all my cards. I took preventative measures as far as that. I went on her phone, went onto my PayPal, locked that, transferred all the money, did all that stuff. So that was the first step. When it happened, in the back of my mind, I kept thinking to myself, this is probably something to do with YouTube. But I just wanted to make sure. So, you never know. As soon as they hacked me, I didn't know exactly what they were going for. Something told me they're going for your YouTube. So I instantly locked all my accounts, my bank accounts, stuff like that I could. And when we got home, hopped on the computer, saw that everything was already logged out. I couldn't do anything. I had to log into my alternate, which is my Taking a Rizk, my TAW or TARWGG email. Paul, forget. I need a hammer instead of a wrench so I can hammer these scammers. Oh, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Hammer the scammers. I like that. So get onto the computer, start doing anything that I can. So now I have nothing on my phone. And that's literally how I live my life. My computer is basically just for YouTube. So it was hooked up to YouTube, and that's about it. So my computer was basically useless. But it did come in handy because I was able to log into my Facebook. Now, thank God my Facebook is hooked up to another account, another Gmail account. Because I think I had issues a long time ago with getting hacked on Facebook, but this was before YouTube. This was years ago, and I changed it to an alternate email a long, long time ago. So I was able to get a hold of George and Jeremy that way, and also a big help. I hope she's in here. I haven't seen her yet, but I haven't really been looking. Susan L'Chaim was honestly the savior that made everything that me getting my channel back is all because of her. She was the one person who really helped me. And God, I felt so bad having to call her because I was so panicked, but she actually called me because I messaged her. And the thing on my Facebook, I didn't know what to say. So I was like, I got hacked. I need help. Like that to me, like at the time I was panicking, but I was like, if I got a message like that, I'd be like, yeah, you're trying to hack me too. This is a scammer or something like that. So Susan L'Chaim, yes, big hearts for Susan, big hearts for Susan. She was the savior. She went through anywhere she could, and she found me the answer of some guy who literally went through the exact same thing to me, as me. And I found out that this is a very common scam. So in my mind, I think it's bots. I don't think it was an actual person. It may or may not have been an actual person behind it. Thank you, Rosie, for another $5. Grab that wrench back from me, Gigi. I need help. Practice. Oh, okay. So let's see. I got to log into this. So interrupt my story for just a second. Nobody look at my code. You don't need it. It's not worth it. And I'll tell you why it's not worth it. It's kind of funny. All right, hold on. I got to get into YouTube now. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right. Nope. Better turn that all the way down for you guys to get a earful of something. All right. I hope you guys like my thumbnail. I think it's pretty funny. It's pretty clever in my mind because it was a Bitcoin hacker, which is the weirdest thing. Like a Bitcoin thing took my... All right, hold on one second. Where are you at? Rosie, just do a random text. Don't send money, please. Just do a random one so I can find your name easier. Because I don't know if I could do it. Oh, no, I could do it. Okay, never mind. All right, so there we go. All right, now I don't remember at all where I was in my story. So got onto Facebook on the computer and messaged Susan, and Susan was able to direct me to a YouTube channel, which my YouTube was logged out. So I had to go through a generic channel, which was so weird for me. It was like like a blank account, like a guest account. That's the best way to put it. Like a guest account going onto YouTube after being, I pay for the YouTube premium. I just enjoy it because I don't like listening to ads. Plus I listen to music on YouTube. So when I first clicked on the video she sent me, I saw an ad and I cringed. I was like, oh, I got to go back to this. What was that? Uh-oh. Oh, okay. So I cringed. I was like, oh no, I got to go through all this again because my account that got hacked was my YouTube premium account. JK, thank you for the $4.99. Hello, you have won $1 from the Nigerian lottery. Please send your social security number. That's funny. Oh, Mary Lee, thank you for the $4.99 as well. I'm glad you got it fixed. I was concerned for you. Pretty chitty to have. Pretty chitty. I like that. To happen to such a great deed. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, the dude that I watched at the video she sent me, awesome. Literally, the information was awesome. I'm going to make a video kind of similar to his. I'm just going to try to make it a little bit more exciting than his was. His was just straightforward, which in all reality, it should be. But me, I had my panic moment, but I did not lose my sense of humor. You can ask. I think Lisa messaged me. You can see what she said. If she knows I did not lose my sense of humor. You guys heard me on Guapo the other night. I did not lose on Storgens. I did not lose my sense of humor. I haven't panicked that hard since the day I found out my dad fell out of a tree. That was probably the hardest I've panicked. This was like the second hardest. I made it so from Columbus to Cleveland is about 2 hours. I made it to Cleveland about an hour. Let's just say that. That's how panicked I was. So watch this video. I watched it about 2 or 3 times because I just wanted to make sure I was getting everything right. And the one thing that saved me was I don't use Twitter. If I ever use Twitter, it's literally just for Facebook, which is just sharing my video on Twitter because for some reason Facebook and Twitter have this love thing. I don't know what it is. But his video specifically said to go to Twitter. There's Storage Legends right there. What's up, Guapo? Go to Twitter and email the YouTube creator team. And that's exactly what I did. And it must have been like 20, 30 minutes. And they got back to me and they said, just send us the information that we need. They sent me a little list of stuff. And they were able to get the process started that way. And then the honey ended up calling YouTube. I don't know exactly who she called, but it was something pertaining to YouTube, but they worked for Google at the same time, which was perfect because I had my Gmail that got hacked, but the wait time was over an hour. She was on the phone for over an hour and 40 minutes with this. It was on hold. She was on hold waiting for the next representative. And eventually, once she finally got through, the lady, God bless her soul, told me to do all the stuff that I'd already done from watching that YouTube video. So it worked out. She sent me to the community side. There's the honey right there. The person who kept me from going nuts. Same. Yeah, just a little bit. But she was very, very nervous. She was more nervous than I was. Hello, everybody that's joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All 1,300 of you. I love that.
Yeah, I was literally freaking out.
She was freaking out more than I was.
For fraud with the credit card. And, like, that was, like, my instant, like, as soon as his phone turned off, I was like, call right now. I don't even care. Like, call every single card you have. And I was, like, Googling numbers and everything. Oh, man, it was so scary. And then it didn't even dawn on me.
The lady told me to do exactly what I'd already done about an hour ago, but she also told me to post it to the community, which is like a forum, which I've never done before, which I thought was so weird because you're literally asking a question to an internet community. And as somebody who understands trolls, I was like, oh, this is not going to work. And no, it actually was perfectly fine. The community was it was a very nice community. The one person that responded seemed to have all the information. I just wasn't understanding really what he was saying at first. And he's like, you're not catching my hints. And I'm like, no, I don't get the subtleness, dude. I don't do this often. I've never had to deal with this level of hacking. I've never had somebody just steal an entire YouTube account from me. So he then laid it out for me. And he told me to do the exact same things that I'd already done from this YouTube video. So it was wonderful. So Susan, once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. You were on top of that ball. There she is right there. Susan, thank you so much. But Gigi's taking a nap.
Oh my God.
What? Yeah, you crushed him with all that stuff.
Oh man, I wish.
So Susan was on top of it. She sent me the best video that I could have possibly watched at the time. And the dude, he just laid it all out. And he talked about the time frame. It took him 4 days from when this happened to him for him to get his channel back. Now, I was on top of it. And I'm pretty sure he was too, from what I heard in his video.
His was over the weekend, though.
Yeah, his was over the weekend, which I think made a big difference, which I don't know if it does or does not, because it's obviously the people who I was communicating with are obviously in a different part of the world. And I'm going to say they're probably somewhere in China because of the time frame that they were constantly messaging me, which I shouldn't say constant because communication with them was very slim. It was they message me, I message them immediately, and then I wait. I wait. And I'm talking about like 10, 12 hours later, then I get a response. So on edge the entire time, but calm, cool, and collected like I usually am, so it was okay. But they would literally send me one email every like 12 hours or so. So I think it's like a cycle, because they probably deal with this nonstop 24/7. So I don't think they go home, but it is nice that it happened on a Wednesday, and I got everything back by Friday. I was up and running again by Friday, which is absolutely incredible, because the video that I watched, the one that Susan sent me, it took them 4 days to get his stuff back. And in the actual text that they have when you file for a hacked account, it says it can take weeks to get back to you. Yeah, and that's the one that turns your stomach like this and crushes it into a little ball and shoots it like Kobe and misses completely and lands in some type of gutter that's filled with radioactive waste, and you just explode into a bunch of nothingness. Huh? Not to
interrupt. Did you
I was done anyways.
Ask like if anybody watched that stupid live?
Yeah, that was the thing. They instantly, so they took over the channel. So the time that I put in my email for that thing that I thought I was signing into the website for the internet, the Wi-Fi, it was about 11:45. Around 12:10, I think 12 or 12:10, they started a live on my channel once they changed the name to Micro Strategies. And Mary Lee, I'll get to that. I just noticed your comment. I'll get to that. They instantly started a live for Bitcoin. Did anybody watch that? We watched it. Yeah, I watched more than 2 minutes. Let me tell you that. I had that on playing in the background. She was like, "Can you shut that shit off already?" I was like, "I just want to see what they're doing. I want to see if there's any type of clue or anything." And no, that's what makes me think it was a bot that stole my channel. I think they just have a program out there that runs through and can steal people's channels like that, and it doesn't do anything except for I'm obviously missing. See, but that was happening last week too. I was missing moderator, so it looks like it went through and it deleted all of my information. They took away my intro video, which is the saddest thing. My silly little intro video, which I don't have saved anywhere else because it was on my other laptop that I no longer use or even know what happened to. So I no longer have my intro video, so I'll have to make a new one now. They took away all my bio stuff on the end of the YouTube pages. I don't know if you ever go through them. There's like channels, videos. The last one's about. They cleared that out. They changed my description because I have like an automated description for all my videos, but that came back. I don't know how that came back. It wasn't there when I first got my channel back, and then a few minutes later it was there. So thank goodness. Didn't have to redo that one. They did not delete any of my videos, which I was super excited about. From the videos that I saw from other people that this happened to, they usually put their videos unlisted or they have deleted other people's videos. But YouTube, I think, is getting wise to this thing, and they're not instantly deleting channels that say they want to delete. So if you go through and you have a YouTube channel and you say, "I want to delete this forever," I think YouTube holds on to that for a little bit. They do not destroy your channel immediately for instances like this, because they were able to pull back everything and give me, except for the one video of my intro, which is so sad. Every time I click on my channel, it doesn't start up right away. I always go and pause it real quick. I'm like, trying to listen to this guy. But they did get rid of that. So the funny thing, I was joking. I was like, they probably went onto my AdSense, because I do make money on Google. I am monetized. I make money on YouTube. I am monetized. So I think they went to my monetization, saw that I make absolutely nothing, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't need this." I literally think they saw that and they were like, "Yeah, we can do better elsewhere." I was like a stepping stone for them. I was like practice. I think that's what it was. So that is pretty much the story. Now the time frame, like I was saying, it was about every. Do I still have my old videos? Yes, everything. No, I don't have anything saved. This is a new computer. I have. Even the videos that I've been posting lately, I don't have saved because they take up so much space. I just delete them after like a week or two. No, that's not even that long. It's probably actually a couple days. I delete them. So I do have videos on my laptop, but they're like from the last 3 or 4 videos. Once it gets to there, I start deleting because I need the space. They take up gigabytes of room. So I can't afford to not have them. It slows down my computer. So if I had all the videos that I ever posted on my computer, I'd have like 3 or 4 terabytes of information on this laptop, and it would just be the slowest laptop ever. And it was funny because I did end up losing a lot of subscribers, which is fine. I understand it. It's smart. It was a smart move on the part of people who decided to leave, which is fine. I'm sure those people didn't watch the channel that much anyway.
Hi,
Courtney.
Yeah.
Oh, one of your friends, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
Sharon.
She's in the back making your stuff, so right?
Yes, I have to print it.
No, I don't have anything uploaded to Facebook, which I was planning on doing eventually. What is the big deal about Bitcoin? I have no clue. I have no clue who that guy was. Why don't you do what Jeeves does and save them all on USB drives? I have other stuff on USB drives.
So much work. Ugh.
Well, I mean, it's to protect yourself, but you live and you learn, right? This is definitely something I have. So now I don't just have the 2-step verification. I have a 4-step verification. Yeah, it's nuts. So
not
now,
for me.
now, whenever I try to get into anything, it's so many extra steps. It's not just putting in your password anymore. They have you put in your password, and then they automatically send you a code, and then I verify the code, then I give them back the code. So it's a lot longer for me to log in. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm a person who needs to move fast, so we'll see how long I keep those. But we did end up getting. She bought an antivirus thing a while ago and just never put it on my computer, which I instantly did that. I put it on my phone, which I think that's what I really think what was going on. I think they monitored my phone because for the last, with all that WhatsApp stuff, I think that's where it started. I think they were monitoring something on my phone. They somehow figured out how to mirror my phone to their device, whatever they were using. I think that's, like I was saying, I think it's some type of programming that they use, some type of AI programming that just pulls all your information. Because it was super instant, but there was really no Sean. Heck yeah, man, Doge to the moon. That's right. It dropped, but it's slowly making its way back up. WhatsApp is bad. Yeah, I agree. I don't like to use WhatsApp. I like using Messenger. I don't even text because I need to get a new phone number. That was something that I planned on doing, was getting a whole new phone number. Oh yeah. Because I've had my phone number for almost 15 years since I was 16. So yeah, actually going on 17 years now. So I'm ready to get a new phone number. It's still a Cleveland phone number, and I live in Columbus. I've been here for over 12 years now. I've been in Columbus for 12 years, and I still have a Cleveland phone number. So eventually I'll have to switch that over. But just the time frame of the way things moved and the many different people I had to talk to just to get things implemented. So the first thing I got back was my Gmail, which was pretty cool because then I was able to go back into my phone and try and slowly get back, because I lost all my pictures of my kids. That was heartbreaking. Losing all the photos, the silly games I play on there. They deleted all my data. So I had to pretty much start back at the beginning, but I was able to message those companies and like, hey, I don't want to start back at mine number 1. So I'm going to need you to help me regain my activity, which they did instantly. That was pretty cool. It took them a while to get their
Helen, yeah, I don't know why he wants to switch his phone number, but I do know why.
I switch my phone number?
I mean, he gets scam calls literally probably 30 a day.
It's terrible.
It's really bad. And
so, which is why if you call me, I do not answer. I hardly ever answer my phone if you call me, because 99 out of 10 times it's a scam call. Somebody trying to buy the house, which I don't understand. I keep telling them stop calling me. They still keep calling me. It's just I've had this number for too long. I've put it as a young kid, 15, 16 years old. I used to put it in all types of giveaways, like raffle giveaways. Just walking through the mall, you see a truck, you put your number on that thing, you put it in the thing. So my phone number has been around for almost 2 decades of giveaways, pretty much. Let's just say it like that. So my number is out and about, and it gets back to me too many times.
Yeah, I got that quick reject whenever he first rebooted his phone.
Yeah, so she called me, and because her number was no longer in my phone because I lost all my contacts, I was like, nope. And then as I was swiping it, I saw myself in slow motion. I was like, oh no, because I already hit the end call, and then she instantly calls me back, and I was like, sorry, you know. She was like, yeah, I understand. So I was like, oh Lord. So that was funny. The one person whose phone number I did have at the time was Susan, because Susan was able to go, which is so funny because I talked to her after the live last week. And so now she had my number, which was a godsend. Like, that couldn't have worked out better. And as I was saying, the video that I had planned for that Wednesday night was called Did Marilyn Do This? So how crazy is that? That the video does not pertain to me getting hacked. Obviously, I had no clue that was going to happen. But it's just crazy that, we're getting onto this Marilyn Raby steals things, and then somebody steals my account. And not only that, but what?
I didn't know that was like a thing. Like, you think that it's...
No, I don't think it's... No, Marilyn Raby already sent me $4.99, which is obviously a cover.
Oh.
Trying to get on my good side. David sending a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. I'll check on external hard drive. Wife works at Walmart. They're having a clearance. That would be awesome.
Oh, wow.
I buy them, but I always get the ones that transfer so slow and I end up hating it. So like I'll transfer it from my computer to a hard drive and it'll say like this will be done in like 3 hours. And I'm like, nope, pull it out, done with it. Don't do that. Terry Thomas, $4.99. Thank you so much. Hey, George, hope your weekend was a great one. Having a great week. Looking forward to the next casino night and your stories. The what night?
Excuse me?
Huh?
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 What was that?
Huh? I don't know. I think people like to gamble in my name or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Because, you know, George does it, so.
Oh, yeah.
And then my name is George, so.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what it is. So funny enough.
So you're not gambling, right? Okay.
No.
You're sure?
I hate gambling, you know that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We've talked about this
so
many times.
Moving on. So that night, the honey had plans for us for what, like a week or two?
Oh my gosh.
To go to Disney on Ice for the kids. And we were not missing it. She made it very clear that we were not missing it. So I literally just had my life. So now the thing is, YouTube is my baby. So somebody stealing it is like somebody literally taking one of my kids. So I'm over here depressed and in such a dark place. And I love Disney. I absolutely love Disney. And I love sharing that with my kids. That made me feel so much better. Even though I was in a crummy mood getting there and living that experience with all those little screaming kids. And I like to scream and clap and make as much noise as I can just to make them do it. It really turned things around. And that's when things got much better for me. So I was sad for quite a while, you know, just thinking like, what the heck are they going to do with my channel? Like YouTube is my baby. Like I'm trying to grow this into a fully matured adult so I can do cool things so that I can show you guys doing cool things. And they took it from me and I had no clue if I was ever going to get it back. So it was like, what do I do now? Like I'm not fun employed. This pays the bills, but if it's not for YouTube, I'm going to have to go get a real job again. I'm going to have to go out there and, you know, start over from scratch. And I know I have an incredible community that would help rebuild everything, which that was another thing. The amount of messages I received was absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to say overwhelming because it was so hard for me to try and keep up with telling everybody, yeah, I was hacked. I promise I'm working hard to get stuff back. So I do appreciate and love every single one of you that reached out to me and asked me what's going on with my channel, what happened to my channel, where are my videos. I love that you guys are checking on me and that you guys appreciate having me in your daily life and that you look forward to seeing my videos, which I love. But it was super overwhelming just in the state of mind that I was in. Like I got to focus on what I'm doing and every 2 seconds, ding, buzz, you know, something's going off, emails coming in. It's a wonderful thing, but it was so crazy. Like I couldn't answer all of them. And I still have several that are unread. Like I'm talking about several. So thank you so much for those of you that reached out to me. I love it. I love it. Don't think I'm saying don't ever do that again. No, reach out to me because if I wasn't on top of it the way I was, like on my phone when everything reset, I might have not known for several hours just because if I'm not doing YouTube, I'm really not on my phone that much besides for the play games. So definitely don't ever not reach out to me. Do it. Reach out to me. I'm more than happy to ever answer an email if I can find it, because I do get buried in emails and the messages and all that stuff. Yes, Roger, there probably will be an auction tonight. It's going to be very small. Obviously, for the last few days, I've just been taking it easy, just been relaxing. And I was going to talk about going to the Disney on Ice, how much fun that was. And we were supposed to meet her friend there, but apparently her friend was the day after. She was going to be there the day after. So she was like super stoked because she planned it around her friend and then found out her friend is actually going the day after us. So.
Yeah, she
was like screaming, rushing.
She sent me literally all her information on her ticket, and I swear it said the second. No, it did not say the second. It was the third, but actually we got that huge snowstorm, so
which was
didn't even
perfect timing, quite honestly. That huge snowstorm.
Yes.
Columbus, I don't think has received this much snow in probably like 10, 15 years. It has not reached this much snow. Everything was ice at first, and then it became snow. So we were pretty much snowed in. We didn't go anywhere for the 3 days, which worked out perfectly. I didn't have my YouTube or my Facebook or my YouTube, not my Facebook. So it honestly worked out perfect. I didn't have to do anything. It was honestly, I took care of the kids, took care of the house, and we had a lot of good times together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it worked out. It honestly worked out better. Susan with a $50 super chat. You save your money, good girl. She said, I haven't sent you anything lately. Sorry, you know I love you. P.S. Honey, thank you for all the soap.
You told me
Holy
that
moly.
story, Susan.
Susan tried to eat the soap I sent her. That's crazy. Everybody's putting how much snow they got. Yeah, we got it bad. And then nobody plows our road, so our driveway is a stupid hill. I absolutely hate it. If we weren't so frantic when we were buying a house, I never would have bought a house that has a hill like that for a driveway because I know better. Growing up as a kid, I knew not to get a hill on a driveway on a hill. But being in Columbus, we get mild winters for the most part. This was honestly one of the worst winters I've seen in such a very long time. So yeah, we were all snowed in. The roads were terrible. Nobody plows them, and people just drive on them. So they make it more packed, and then it becomes more ice. So driving is just a complete hazard. The first time we went out was the night before for the Disney on Ice, and it rained the whole time, and it was freezing rain. And then we come home, and my car was already frozen because we took her car. My car was already frozen in place. You could see the ice was starting to build up on the doors and stuff like that. Honey Tops wants chocolate butter scotch cheesecake. Ooh. Is that what you said? You want honey tops?
I don't, where do you see that? It's my printer.
Oh, it says Danny Jones says Honey Tops wants chocolate butter scotch cheesecake. That sounds delicious.
Is that where do you see the comment?
Right there, Danny Jones.
That sounds really good, actually.
It does.
I mean, you guys have our P.O. box. Send it.
I like butterscotch, yeah. And I like cheesecake. Cheesecake is probably my second favorite. I like creme brulee the most. King George, Terry Flipper, glad you got your channel back. Don't forget to re-wrench me, please. I definitely will. So we ended up going to Disney on Ice, came home, and then I started, while I was there at the Disney on Ice, YouTube was emailing me. They sent me out a form that I had to fill, but I could not fill out all the information because I had to be on my computer because they were asking for like really specific stuff, like number stuff. Like they wanted my previous video that I just uploaded, and I was like, I don't have that on my phone. I don't have anything on my phone. And she couldn't do anything because obviously she couldn't get to my YouTube because my YouTube was somebody else's YouTube now. So they were playing that live for about 3 hours? Can anybody confirm that?
Yes, it was like so long. I don't understand.
It was like watching C-SPAN, and they just kept playing it and playing it and playing it. And I watched it, and I was like, what is going on? Why would you take over a channel just to do this? Wow, Connie, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. This is for pennies to roses. I don't know what you're talking about. What?
What is that?
I don't know. Shh. So they they sent me a bunch of it was like a questionnaire pretty much to try and confirm if it was actually my channel or not. And I was able to fill out some of it. So I had there was 90 questions on this thing, I swear. And I got through about 80 of it, but the 10 most specific questions I just couldn't answer. Like it was very specific to your channel itself. Now, thankfully, that community that I was posting to, the guy who was responding to me, he was going onto my channel and pulling information for me. And he kept telling me, make sure you screenshot this. Then he'd send me another one. Make sure you screenshot this too. You're going to need it later. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, what am I going to do with all this information? That's what it was. He knew that this was coming, which is absolutely phenomenal. Like, what an amazing thing for somebody to help. Like a perfect stranger just was helping me in that way, which is awesome. Because I only had my, so when I type into my YouTube, I use my specific one that I made myself, which is the George YouTuber or something like that. That's how I get into YouTube. But my YouTube actually has like a very specific random bunch of letters and numbers. And that's the one that he pulled for me. He said, make sure you use this one. Don't use your custom one because your custom one will not work. It will not work for what they need because anybody can see the custom one, but only I should be able to see the specific one. Thank you so much, Sandfire, which I've got some stuff for you. I don't know if you paid or not. Send me an email. We'll talk about it. There is going to be, I think, an auction. Honestly, with the way things have been for the last few days, especially with the snowstorm, I didn't do anything additional. I did send out some stuff after the live. I think Monday and Tuesday, I was able to send some stuff out. But if you have not received your stuff, I probably have not mailed it. So please be patient. So maybe there won't be an auction since I don't know exactly on this table what I have available.
Okay.
I know I have a couple things. I have one thing. We'll just save it for next week. This was just a nice way to get back into things. And then next week it'll be full force. I'll go back at it. You okay?
Yeah, and I just got merchandise everywhere.
Oh, I mean, there's merchandise everywhere anyways. I could show them the floor and you guys would be like, are you guys hoarders?
Literally.
It's bad. It's GG, I see all the videos are back. Yes, everything as far as I know, except for like the little minute details, which I went and made a new picture for my channel. The background is still the same. I made a new little, it'll be right here in the videos. I made another new watermark, which is kind of cool. So it was kind of a nice thing because now I get to go back through and do all the stuff that I did at the very beginning, which I haven't touched since I became monetized. So now I'm getting to go back and do all that stuff again. The only thing that really makes me sad is not having my intro video, which when I made that, I was so excited. I was like, it was so good. It was so great. It played off of What the Hills. Yeah, well, I've had so many people over the last year or so tell me to update that thing. I'm like, no, it really, that's where my channel started. That's what it was supposed to be. Now I can integrate it and make it into more, but that's what my channel was. You know, that's how I started. I live in a city that averages less. Oh, you guys are still talking about snow. Okay. So yes, everything as far as I know is back up. I'll have a new video tomorrow. I'm going to start posting every day. That was the one thing that really made me mad too, because I was going for, YouTube has like cool little awards that they give creators for specific things. And one of those things is called the Orbit Award. And it's not horrible because of how it happened, but pretty much what it is, you have to post a video for 365 days. Now, I don't know if that's 365 calendar days, like January 1st to January 1st, or just 365 days in a row. So we'll see. I'll let you know if I ever get there. I'm hoping, like I was working so hard to post something every single day, and then this happened and it interrupted me. So I'm technically starting back at day one, which is okay since it was only a month. I've only been posting consistently for a month, and they literally got me. So I started consistently posting January 3rd, and then February 2nd is when my channel got hijacked. So I technically posted from January 3rd to February 1st. Even though I have that video uploaded, it never got released, which I wonder if I would have had it scheduled to release, if it would have released. They probably would have stopped it because they probably do that. But people were telling me, like, I could see it. Like, so many people were sending me screenshots of this new channel, this MicroStrategies, and my videos were still there. And then once the channel got terminated, which, talk about another panic moment. That's when I did that, you know, fall to your knees in the rain and you just go, no! That's when that happened. I remember watching it and I just had the video playing in the background because I was still listening to it, and then it went silent. And I was like, oh, thank God they're done. And I looked at it and it was just a black screen and it said, this page is no longer available because it violated YouTube's communities and standards, whatever, and the channel was terminated. And that's when that
happened. Other YouTube video, thank God.
Yeah.
He warned him about it, because that's literally exactly, they played a Bitcoin video. Which
it was the exact same company. The MicroStrategies got him, they got me, they got several other people. It's something they do. It's got to be some type of programming. But yes, having that video to know what to expect definitely made things easier, because I'm not a person who panics. I'm usually calm, cool, and collected. And this was one of those things where, like, oh man, I'm starting to shake a little bit. Like, this could go either way for me. And just reading that it could take weeks was like that other, like, oh man, I've got to make videos. I've got to make videos. This is my income. I've got to make videos. I've got to do lives. That's my income. So definitely a lot. Amazing how much faster it was for me to get everything back than it was for him. But once again, we think that was because of the weekend. Mine happened on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which I made a joke about.
I guess it's
Ash Wednesday. Huh?
It was only one day. His was 4 days, wasn't it?
No, because it happened at Wednesday at noonish, and then I didn't get my channel back until Friday at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night or something like that.
Oh, no, I meant for the other guy. The other guy.
No, his would have been 4 days too, because I don't think I think they work 24/7. I don't think they work just. I'm sure they work 24/7. This is probably such a big issue. It's a call center, like a help center. So I'm thinking they work 24/7. So yeah, definitely. Anybody that lost a wrench, I'm sorry, that's not something I had controlled. I'm going to go through. If you, I'm probably not going to hand out as many as there were. I don't remember everybody that was there. So I'll definitely hand out wrenches to the names that I recognize and that I know help with the moderating. Things were getting a little hectic with all the moderating anyway. So it's like, it's weird that all this keeps happening.
Please note that if you had a wrench before and you do not get one going forward, it has nothing to do with anybody. It's the people that are interacting and help with the auctions that are going to be moderators. Okay?
There you go. Somebody said I might need a cold shower.
You might need a cold shower?
I don't know. I'm not sweating. I mean, my head is always just glossy, but I'm not sweating. If that's what you're talking about. They hacked my roommate's everything on his phone and tried to put his email account back in, saying it was the wrong password. No, they took my information and then turned my phone into a brick. They literally knew what they were doing. They knew how to slow me down. That's what it was, because
you were about to be on top, baby.
All it would have taken is for me to see that my phone logged me out of my email. I would have tried to recover it, would have instantly sent the recovery email or number to my phone, and then I would have gotten everything back, I think, pretty quickly. But because they turned off my phone, they factory reset it, which means it went back to day one. It was a brand new phone at that point. They slowed me down so much. I couldn't do anything. Like logging in, I could not do anything. I could not have any type of email sent to me. If I guess I was a little faster, I could have went through your phone, but having my phone reset that way without me knowing what was going on, it caught me off guard. So they had ample time to do everything they needed to. Vajiji hacked me. Yeah, that was the joke. That's the joke. And then Marilyn Raby, which I was talking about how my video that was supposed to be released on that Wednesday was, did Marilyn do this? Like, how crazy is that? Because
that's us. That's actually
that is super crazy.
Can I have one, please?
You've already had like 6 of those, so why would you ask now?
I did actually have one today, but I had it earlier whenever I was working.
It's water. You can have it. I'd like you to stay hydrated. I need you to stay hydrated.
Yeah, I got to stay hydrated because
you got a lot of work to do. I'm going to go to bed after this.
No. Can you help me pack it?
When have you ever helped me with anything? It was nice knowing all of you. Let me hide my swords really quick.
You're lucky you have that hawk thing not in my ring. You would have got a green fist to your dog. Me?
Here, you can hit me with this. Yeah. As I was saying, folks.
Just an FYI. Do you think all the kids are asleep?
I don't know. Is that a no? Are you saying they're not asleep?
Yeah, the 2 littlest ones are awake.
Oh my god, what are they doing?
Playing Barbies or something.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Well, I'll go check on them then. So is there anything else we should talk about? Absolutely wonderful. YouTube, thank you to Susan once again. Thank you to YouTube for getting everything I needed to. They really verified everything so quickly. I think it was because I had the right information that I needed, which made it a lot simpler. So if anything like this ever happens to you, make sure you have all the if you are monetized, make sure you have your AdSense ID. That was super important. I think that was one of the big things that really helped, which they did not get into, but they could see my money through like the because YouTube Studios tells you how much money you're making for the month, but they could not get into my AdSense, which made a big difference as well. For some reason, beyond me, the day I made my AdSense, a lot of things were messing up. So when I went to go link my AdSense to my Gmail, it did not connect for some reason. It kept thinking I was in London, and it would not let me put in certain information. So I had to create another account and then link it. So my AdSense was linked to another email. So they were not able, thank goodness, to get into my AdSense, because if they would have gotten to that, they could have changed my bank account. They could have changed anything they wanted. It's not anywhere near payday as well, which is nice. Payday is somewhere in the 20th. So this was obviously the beginning of the month. So I got lucky. Just like the guy in that video. It was crazy how things were working out almost the same as him, but mine was a lot faster, which that was crazy. It didn't need to be. Honestly,
no, it needed to be.
It needed to be instant. That's actually what it needed to be. Andrea, thank you so much for the $5. I guess that's a super chat without a chat. Thank you very much.
What?
It's a super chat without a chat.
Oh, and no sticker, no nothing?
No, that's a super chat without a chat.
Oh.
It's just there. So what is that? There's a troll right there. I recognize that name, Gihori.
I saw a bunch of things being blocked and stuff.
Okay, I appreciate it. Everybody that's blocking things, I appreciate it. Wow, I just looked on my phone and I see there's other things being blocked that I didn't get to see. That's funny.
So honestly, like going forward, mods, you guys are probably gonna have to like really pay attention to the chat. What I may do is like one person only be like chat mod, like specific, and then everybody else, obviously look out for the chat and things like that. What?
I'm going through back and reading all the chat from when I made that stupid comment.
What comment?
Of what do you do around, or how have you helped me lately?
Oh, oh yeah. Thanks, guys. You all have my back.
They're sticking up for you.
Yeah.
I love you guys. They're awesome. I love them. That's funny. Yeah, so the subscribers that I lost, the Katie Hopkins, thank you so much. Sorry, Kathy Hopkins, just because. Awesome. You're awesome. I appreciate it.
We love you all so much.
There's a lot of like fake accounts. Like Jeremy has talked about this on his channel. Like YouTube will go through and do a sweep every once in a while and they'll get rid of those bot accounts. And that's honestly how I felt. I didn't lose too many. I only lost like 200 or 300, but I was so close to 23,000. And now it's nice that a lot of people have come back now that my channel is back to me. It is me. It's not anybody else. I've taken more precautions to make sure this doesn't happen again. I feel so bad that you guys, I left you guys hanging pretty much, which was terrible. I never want to do that again. I've done that once a long time ago where I stopped doing YouTube randomly because of the winter time and just because of getting sick and stuff like that. But now I'm back, and I'm back with a vengeance. I wanna give you guys content. Every single day is my goal. Content every single day. I want to keep you guys entertained for as long as I possibly can because we have goals, and I'd like to reach those goals. And this is something. When I first started, I didn't think this was going to be what it is today, and it's here, so I have to take advantage. I have to put the effort in. It is a real job. It's a 24/7 real job, so I have to put in that effort, and I got to make sure that you guys get out of me what you guys want, because so many of you reached out to me and told me that my stories that I tell keep you guys entertained. They make you live in a, you forget your reality for a minute. A lot of you are in pain and stuff like that, or a lot of you are lonely and depressed, and I keep you company, and I love that because I am one of those people too. I'm very limited on friends in my real life. So hanging out with you guys in the videos, in the comment section, here on the lives, this is my social life. So it's nice to know that you guys don't only help. I don't only help you, but you guys help me as well. And that is from the bottom. That's from the entirety of my heart. It's not just from the bottom. That's from the entirety of my heart. You guys have really brought me back to life, because I really felt like once I hurt my back a few years ago and I stopped working because of my back, that's where my friends were. Your friends are at work. A lot of the times you spend so much time at work that your coworkers become your friends. And over time they started pulling back. You just stop reaching out to each other. So this became my job. So you guys became my friends. So that's the way it works. And I've met so many amazing people through YouTube that I never would have met otherwise. And it's just so heartfelt. Even Marilyn Raby, Suckstride Gravy, whoever you are a wonderful person, and I truly do appreciate you. You do keep the chat lively. I wish you'd be a little bit more funny on my channel. You seem to use all the good jokes on What the Hails, which I think is a little unfair. But I mean, that's where you got your start over there. So you got your start on What the Hails. So it's okay. It's okay. I think you just really like me. I think that's what it is. I think you're one of those people who you just taken to me. You have anything you want to say, honey?
No, I'm sorry.
She just gave me the look with her scissors in her hands.
What? No, I'm okay.
Okay. Did you already move on?
Moved on where?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. We'll all just move on.
Okay.
So thank you so very much to everybody that stayed and for joining me on this live tonight. I'm so happy I was able to be here on this beautiful Sunday night with my lovely honey. And of course, I'm going to go check on the kids and with you all as well. It was so wonderful, so pleasurable. I'm so happy to be back. Full force, full steam ahead. We're moving.
So much to come.
So much to do. JK, I know who you really are.